Welcome to Football Fancast, ladies and gents. The January transfer window is nearly upon us, which means that rumours will be flying left, right and centre, massive sums will be spent, and Arsene Wenger will probably catch up on Westworld because he's not got much else to do. So here's 5 deals that might happen in the next month, starting with Southampton's Virgil van Dijk. Controversially, the South Coast club might sell their Dutch centre-back at a huge profit to a club that isn't called Liverpool. Plenty of clubs have registered an interest, but it seems that Manchester City are the front-runners. Apparently Pep Guardiola is looking for some defenders who can actually defend, and the Daily Mail says a £50 million deal could happen this January, although Southampton might be edging that figure closer to £60 million. City have the money, and Van Dijk has already been snapped in a sky blue shirt as part of Southampton's Secret Santa. So City might be contracting VD very soon. You know, the good kind of contracting VD. Next up, it's the reason that Sunderland haven't conceded 5 billion goals this season, their sensational young keeper Jordan Pickford. According to The Sun and several other sources, the 22-year-old is wanted by Tottenham, Man City, Man United, Everton, the New York Knicks and the WWE. Alright, well maybe not the last two, but the front runner might actually be free spending Arsenal, who might actually pay £35 million for his services before loaning him back to the Black Cats for the rest of the season. The future England number 1 would be a great successor to Petr Cech, but the Gunners would have to remember where they left their checkbook. On to number 3 and a potential replacement for Chelsea's Cesc Fabregas, who apparently needs replacing. The Blues recently came into £60 million of Chinese Super League money, and they might just spend it on PSG's Marco Verratti, whose agent has been whipping up interest in a move for his client. But another strongly rumoured deal might see Arturo Vidal come to the bridge to link up with the manager he spent 3 years under at Juventus. Spanish outlet Don Balon and The Sun reckon a £42 million deal could be in the works for January, even though Vidal is a regular fixture in the Bayern team right now, and even though Conte seems loath to actually change his team in any way whatsoever. At 29, the Chilean might be a little old for that kind of fee, but stranger things have happened. You know, like Victor Moses being part of a title-challenging team right now. Number 2 is another big deal that Chelsea might push through. It's the man who's been making you think about the way you pronounce the name James since 2014, James Rodriguez. The Colombian hasn't been getting many minutes under Zinedine Zidane and was recently spotted at the UK Embassy in Bogota, presumably to negotiate a visa rather than a nice cup of English breakfast. The Mirror reckon James could cost £75 million, while Marca note that Conte tried to sign him for Juve while he was at Monaco. And the number 1 transfer that could go down this winter is a biggie. I'll give you a clue. It involves a red team in Manchester and a player whose name rhymes with Antoine Griezmann. Of course, it's Antoine Griezmann, who might be the latest way in which the Red Devils throw massive amounts of money at their problems. The Telegraph are among those reporting a massive £84 million release clause for the Atletico Madrid striking sensation, while The Sun note that Paul Pogba has discussed the move to England with his France teammate. There's a possibility this one might not happen until the summer, but a January move certainly isn't out of the question. Alright, there's 5 massive Premier League deals that could go down in this window. Let us know which you think are the most and least likely at FootballFanCast on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Love to your mothers. See you next time.